Welcome to Gingerbread Central, otherwise known as my house. There's gingerbread in every corner of this little condo, from my gingerbread workroom to the kitchen to right here in the dining room. My name is Linda Karina. I'm 50 years old and I live here in Asheville, North Carolina, which just happens to be the home of the National Gingerbread House Competition, which is held at the Grove Park Inn Resort and Spa. I've been baking since I was a little kid. And when I first heard about the National Gingerbread Competition, I was fascinated. My mom and dad lived in Hickory, and they came to see the gingerbread houses every year. Knowing that I was a baker, one Christmas when I came down, Mom said, "Let's go see the gingerbread houses." We got to the Grove Park, and I was like a kid in a candy store. Didn't know where to look first. There was beautiful edible art everywhere. Looked at all the houses thinking, I can do that. The only problem was, at the time, I was living in New York City. And it really is kind of very difficult to move a gingerbread house from New York City all the way down to the Grove Park Inn. In 2005, my partner Lisa and I moved to Asheville. And again, we came to see the gingerbread houses every year, and I just kept thinking, I can do that. Finally, Lisa and my friends got tired of hearing me say I can do that, and one day just said, well, go ahead and do it. So in 2008, I entered for the first time. I made a Mississippi riverboat based on a riverboat at Disney World. I was so proud of it. I worked day and night for several months in order to get it done. Wheeled it into the Grove Park Inn, into the ballroom, and lo and behold, there were hundreds of gingerbread houses in addition to mine. Didn't quite know what to do. I stood there just kind of in shock. Didn't know who to talk to, didn't know who to say anything to, feeling very small with my little riverboat, but also very proud because I'm completely self-taught. As I said before, I've been baking since I was a little kid, but mostly only cakes and cookies. Nothing very fancy. Then I got started watching Ace of Cakes, The Cake Boss, and all the cake challenge shows on the Food Network and TLC. And that's where I really learned how to work with things like fondant, gum paste, sugar, gingerbread, and all different kinds of ingredients. Having that skill in my head, I just couldn't wait to try it. So 2008 I entered for the first time, learned a lot, made a lot of mistakes, but the other thing I also made was a lot of friends. In 2009, that circle of friends continued. So did my skill level continue. And I learned more and more, not only about gingerbread, but about myself as well. I learned that in order to make really good royal icing, you've got to sift the powdered sugar. Now that seems like a really small thing, but if you don't sift the powdered sugar, you get lumps. Lumps. I didn't place in 2008 and I didn't place in 2009. Didn't matter because I had a lot of fun and I made a lot of friends. In 2009, I made it a mission to introduce myself to as many of the other competitors as I possibly could. Because my first year, 2008, I didn't know anybody. I was scared. I walked into the ballroom and just didn't quite know what to do. And I wanted to make sure that other competitors who were entering for the first time didn't have that same experience. So I collected email addresses and gradually began to form a group of friends that I called the Ginger Friends. We're now on Facebook. It's operating out of my Facebook page. We have 32 members, everybody from past grand champions right down to brand new competitors. We make it a point to share tips and ideas and stories, but more importantly, friendship and moral support. It's really exciting to come to the competition now knowing that I'll have my piece on display. Hopefully the judges will like it, but more importantly, I get to be with my ginger friends, see their pieces, praise their work, they praise my work, and that's what makes the competition so much fun. It's so much more than just the gingerbread and just the sugar and just the gum paste. It really is about the community and the friendship and the fun that we all have. And that's why I do the Gingerbread House Competition.